right, so that brings us to the next topic, access to NISPOM. Now, there are presidential executive orders that establish a national industrial security program, and these just provides oversight on how the cleared defense contractors should protect government information. And there are all kind of agreements made out of that. And of course, contracting and subcontracting all falls under the oversight of the NISP when it deals with classified information. Now, the NISP is an oversight organization, but they also put out the NISPOM, the National Industrial Security Program Operating Manual. And this NISPOM is there to provide guidance to clear defense contractors on how to implement the NISP at their locations. So an example might be the NISPOM applies to clear defense contractors. The FSO may develop a security program complete with policies, processes, and procedures to protect classified information specifically at the cleared defense contractor organization. Even though the FSO may have oversight, that FSO may have other jobs as well. Some of the larger clear defense contractors have a security staff that falls under the FSO, which includes many, many employees dedicated 24/7 to security. Other organizations may be small, where the FSO duties are shared across multiple employees. Either way, all clear defense contractors and employees providing goods or services should have access to NISPOM. Now, that access could be downloading a copy of NISPOM from the DCSA website, or it might be printing copies of NISPOM from your local printers. We have copies of the NISPOM available. We have a small version of it that you can order at cost and provide to your clear defense contractor employees. You can actually personalize them. We have that capability. If you want to email us at editor@redbitepublishing.com and ask about that, I'll be happy to. Or visit redbitepublishing.com/NISPOM, and you'll have an option to purchase the small version of NISPOM or the large one. And it, of course, includes everything in NISPOM, the entire NISPOM, that is. And so you might want to provide those to all the employees, because you want to enable your employees with the resources they need to do their job. As the FSO, you're not going to be everywhere. And if everybody asks you questions, they'll take up all of your time. So why not enable them with the information they need to be able to make intelligent decisions? That way, if they have a copy of the NISPOM and they've discussed the NISPOM and they come to maybe a standoff on not knowing how to apply it, then they can go to the FSO for assistance. If a clear employee approaches their supervisor or FSO about an opportunity, they should all consult that NISPOM together. Experience and expertise allows the conversation to lead to good decisions. The FSO ensures that there is a strong corporate policy that enforces the NISPOM. In other words, not all the NISPOM applies to every contractor. Some contractors, very few, all 11 chapters will apply to. Most contractors, only 1 or 2 chapters apply to. However, all contractors, for many, let me rephrase that. For most contractors, only chapters 1, 2, and 3 and parts of 5 and 6 apply. So it's important that the FSO understands how to provide which part of the NISPOM, how it applies to their organization. So performing well on contracts is the business of cleared defense contractors, and you want to do that successfully. How can you do that if you don't know what NISPOM says? And you can't really do that effectively if only one person in your whole organization has a copy of the NISPOM. So I advise that you provide a copy readily available to anybody who needs to see what NISPOM says. The FSO isn't always around to monitor. They should be there providing oversight and guidance, but it's really up to the clear defense contract employee working on the classified contract to interpret it, the NISPOM guidance and the FSO guidance appropriately. consider initial and security awareness training that's conducting annually. These are both required, but most of the training is done on the job. The manager and employees work together every day to protect that classified information. But the FSO provides the training once a year, but the clear defense contractor employees are working those every single day. So they all need to be on the same sheet of music. And the FSO and the corporate policies and the NISPOM should all mesh together. And so everybody should have a copy of each of those, or at least access to each of those. So consider the situation where in a small organization, the FSO, they may be a senior executive or FSO duties that were spread out everywhere. Wouldn't it be good and make good business sense to have the entire organization work as force multipliers? Everybody knows the NISPOM, everybody's exposed to it, so that they can enforce the security department or security, they can enforce NISPOM guidance as appropriate. The employees shouldn't have to run to the security office every time they need to make a decision. They should go to the security office, and as far as incorporating security into their contracts that they do have, they should be able to speak intelligently and request the resources necessary or use the resources as provided by the FSO. Getting there is a good understanding of NISPOM and how to apply it, and then use that discussion to determine how best to protect your customers' classified information as you are working at it in your organizations. So I hope that explanation helped. And again, we're here to help. If you have any questions about it, email us at editor@redbikepublishing.com.